Hi, welcome back to our read aloud from The Trouble with Antlers, aka Melvin's Rampant Rack. I hope you had a fabulous weekend, and this is like the last week of school for a lot of people, and especially in my neck of the woods. So, we're going to read chapter 11 today. If you'll remember, Melvin, we just left Melvin fleeing from Amelia. He's made it into the classroom, the art classroom, trying to escape her, and fled out the window. And meanwhile, Amelia was detained by Katrina, and then Mrs. Spider wanted to talk to her a little bit about art. So now, here we are, chapter 11. This chapter is called The Scarf. No, Melvin. Why wouldn't she listen? Mrs. Husky, you have to help me. Everyone's telling me to stay away from the human, but I can't do that if I'm running into her every morning between first and second hour. You know how Mr. Sloth is. He'll be letting them out late all the time. Melvin, we've already changed her schedule once. We just can't do it again without raising her suspicions. If you want to change your schedule, that I can do. I don't want to change my schedule. Every option you've shown me means I have to drop choir. Then you're just going to have to control your antlers better, young man. There's no excuse for the constant displays. Gain control of your shift, Melvin. As if it were that easy. No one understood. How am I supposed to do that? Well, how would I know? I'm not a moose. Maybe it's time to ask your father for some advice. What a perfectly dreadful idea. It was just the sort of conversation Melvin had been avoiding. Well, I'll figure things out, Melvin muttered, turning away. He couldn't believe that was her solution. Like talking to his father would solve anything. His dad was a great guy, but basically a giant nerd. Melvin was pretty sure if his dad had ever had any issue with his antlers, he probably hadn't been bothered by them, or really even noticed the issue at all. He'd just have to come up with some other plan. Leaving the counseling office, Melvin trudged down the hallway completely dejected. Mrs. Husky hadn't even given him a pass to class. Mr. Sloth might be cool, but even he'd raise an eyebrow at Melvin's tardiness today. As he turned the corner, he noticed a slash of red on the floor outside the history door. Leaning over, Melvin picked up the scarf and, straightening, reached for the doorknob. The amazing scent of Amelia barreled over him, and he swung away from the classroom door, clapping both hands to his head, which meant the scarf brushed against his nose, and he inhaled a stronger dose of human. Clang! His antlers barreled free, slamming into the row of lockers, once again ringing his bell. And he was done. Melvin huffed out a breath, swung around, and plopped down on the ground. He leaned back against the lockers and ran Amelia's scarf through his hands. If she came around the corner, he wasn't even going to run. Let her see him in all his moose-tastic glory. He didn't even care anymore. And here is a picture of our favorite moose, Melvin. All right, and that is the end of chapter 11. Tomorrow we will read chapter 12. We're on a real fast pace here. We're going to be done with this book by the end of the week. Pretty awesome, right? All right, have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.